Assuming that's working. Yes, that's recording. Lovely. Um, Welcome, everyone. I'm Beck. I'm the Sustainable Environment Officer at the City of Stonington. Thank you all so much for participating in tonight's webinar on our very exciting new Solar Savers program. I'd like to start off with acknowledging the traditional owners on the land on which we're meeting tonight. And for Stonington, that's the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung and Bunurong people of the Kulin Nation, and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging, as well as extending that respect to any Indigenous people who might be joining us tonight. We acknowledge a living connection to country, relationship with the land and all living things extending back tens of thousands of years for all Indigenous people. Tonight's webinar is a part of Stonington's Towards Zero series with webinars on various topics running through right until June, and it's delivered as a part of our Climate Emergency Action Plan. A little bit of housekeeping for tonight. We are going to be recording, like I mentioned, and it's going to be hosted on our website. So if there's anything that you miss or anything that you wanted to revisit, you can catch up with it there. Please keep yourself muted. It just helps cut out, background noise and that sort of thing. We're looking to finish up at about 8 o'clock and happy to answer any questions along the way as well. So you can either use the Q&A function or the chat box. We'll be keeping an eye on both. And if you have to duck off early, that's fine. Like I said, there'll be the recording, but we're also going to send out a very short survey afterwards. And we'd love to hear your feedback around what you thought and any other feedback that you might have about the programs that we run. So now I would like to introduce Anna Imberger. Anna is the program leader for the Solar Savers program. She's going to give us a little bit of an overview about the program, as well as introduce us to Specialised, who are the independent contractors who roll out the works associated with Solar Savers. So Anna, I will pass it over to you.
Great, thanks, Beck. Good evening, everyone. Yes, so I'm Anna. I'm the program leader for Solar Savers. So Solar Savers, we're a local government initiative, and we're helping households and businesses to install rooftop solar and batteries. So we've got 17 councils currently in the program, which includes Stonington, across Metro Melbourne. We've also got a couple of regional councils as well. So we essentially act as a in-between body between our participating councils, you, the residents, and a trusted installer, which is Specialised Solar and Electrical, who are with us this evening. And our role is to make basically the process of installing solar as streamlined and easy as possible. And to do this, we do the hard work for you by selecting a trusted and quality installer. So Beck, maybe you can put it on that other slide. That was what I was just showing there. Sorry, I hadn't looked at that. And so we do this by completing a public tender every 2 years or so. So in May 2023, we put out a public tender and had numerous companies apply to be our program installer. So we evaluated each of these companies on their products, their procedures and safety records, and we selected Specialised Solar and Electrical, who are based in Lynbrook, as our program installers. We'll just drop on to the other slide, please, Beck. Okay, so why would you go through Solar Savers? Well, some of the benefits of Solar Savers is that we are backed by your council, and we have independently evaluated our installer based on their safety, quality of the products, as I just mentioned before, and the length of warranties, the customer service and price. But in addition to that, we also engage independent auditors to complete compliance checks on 5% of all of our installations, just to ensure that our system's installed to current standards and regulations. And this is in addition to the safety inspection that's completed after your system has been installed. And we also conduct OH&S audits to ensure that installers are actually working safely at your property. We're also really a reliable contact for you. We work with a Specialised on a daily basis. We track your progress and ensure that you receive a quote and installation date in a timely manner. And we're available if you have any require any assistance along the way. So it's basically what our program does for you and for the council. So I'd like to introduce you to Samira Hughes, and she's from Specialised Solar and Electrical, and she's going to tell you a bit more about their company and how they can assist you with solar and your electrification journey. Okay, so take it away, Samira.
Thank you so much, Anna. And first of all, I just wanted to start by saying thank you so much for attending this webinar today and to talk all about solar. Again, just by way of introduction, my name is Samira Hughes. I am the Chief Operating Officer of Specialised Solar and Electrical. We also do have Anthony Igman here today, who is going to be taking over a few of the slides. He's going to be taking you through how the solar works and batteries, as well as the products, and doing your questions and answers today. So we do have both of us here on board. He is the Managing Director. So sorry, just next slide. Thank you, Beck. So let's just start off with who we are. So we originally established in 1984. It's a part of the Specialized Heating and Cooling Group. So Specialized Solar and Electrical, we're a family-owned business. We're based in Melbourne, and we have over 6 offices in Victoria and New South Wales. So since the turn of the century, so close to 24 years now, we have been helping thousands of households and businesses transition into an all-electric future. So we've been helping them reduce their carbon footprint, reduce their energy bills, and do that whole transition into that all-electric future. So as a company, we don't necessarily classify ourselves as just solar installers. We classify ourselves as electrification experts. The reason is, as a company, we do everything. So we do hot water heat pumps, we do heating and cooling, induction cooktops, solar for your commercial as well as your residential, battery storage, EV chargers, lighting, basically anything that you can think of that assists you to transition into that all-electric future, we can definitely assist you with. So as a company, and since we've been doing this for so long, we classify, or we would like to be, your partners for life. We understand that transitioning to going all electric from gas to electric, it can take a little bit of time. It doesn't mean it has to happen overnight. So we're here to guide you and support you through every step of the way. So we have a look at what your requirements are, your energy consumptions. We do this through a discovery phase through the program where we discover all about you. And from this information, we actually then tailor a solution that's designed specifically for your home. So again, we're just here to support you every step of the way. Next slide, Beck. Thank you. Sorry, with this one, you just have to flick through all of the images. So let's just talk a little bit about the carbon emissions and then what Australian households are spending on our energy today. So when powering your home and vehicles, that makes up 42% of your domestic emissions. So it's quite a significant amount of the emissions that we're facing today. The vast majority do come from your cars, your space heating and cooling, and your water heating. So this does cost the average Australian household anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000 every year. Thank you. Now, a lot of these slides and information that you see during this presentation has come from Rewiring Australia. So I just wanted to point that out. If you do have time, it's a great source of information. So I do recommend to jump on there. But again, this has come from there. If you look at fossil fuel prices today, it isn't steady and it hasn't really been for the past 30 years. You can see that there is a gradual incline. So if you have a look at, say, 2023, you can see that it's sitting just slightly above that $6,000 mark. If on average per year. If you're looking at 2050, you can see that the trajectory states that it's going to be anywhere from $9,000 to $10,000. So it is constantly rising, and it's a very, very unforeseen, unfortunately, circumstances with the unsteady prices when it comes to fossil fuels. And when we're talking about the Australian population, today we're sitting on approximately 25 million people in Australia. And in 2050, it's predicted to be at 40 million people. So energy consumption in itself is predicted to double. So more people, of course, will equal more energy consumption. So on this slide, you can see that there is a lot of issues that we're already facing today. And this is not taking into account, the prediction of the double of population and also the impact on the energy grid itself. So we've got blackouts. I know a lot of us faced that in Victoria just a few weeks ago. We are facing this as issues today. Price hikes, we've got lack of information, high emissions, high energy bills, and definitely lack of control, because we can't control how these prices fluctuate. So we don't have that independence to be able to do that at this point in time. So what is the solution? The solution is electrification. So it's a smart, connected solar energy management system. So again, this is an image that we've pulled from Rewiring Australia. I think it's a really good indication of what encompasses an all-electric home. This is really what we're trying to achieve. So you can see your rooftop solar, you can see your hot water heat pump, your split systems, your induction cooktops, your electrical stoves, your electric vehicle in the garage. You've also got a home battery pack. You can also have the EV chargers, and then you've got your electricity grid. So this is a really, really good indication of what we're trying to achieve with an all-electric home. Now, lucky for us, in Australia, we have the cheapest home energy in the world, which is our rooftop solar. So again, this is information that was pulled from Rewiring Australia. However, I believe it was from last year. This is the cost of the grid electricity prices versus your solar electricity prices. So you can see the grid electricity price there, an average Australian, we're looking at 28 cents. We do go through bills every day, and I think that's sitting more so about that 35 cents at least now. And then if you look at the cost of the solar over a lifetime, the Australian average is only 3 cents. So you can see that there's a vast difference between price and savings there. And then just referring back to the original slide that we showed at the beginning, just in regards to the fossil fuels, you can also see that going all electric and electrifying your home, your savings also continues to grow. So you can see that trajectory coming close to the 2050 mark. We're looking at above that $9,000 mark. Today, we're looking about that between that 5,000 to 6,000. And if you have a look at an electrified home, you're in an even steady balance of 2,000, and that's continuous throughout your time with having an electrified home. Now we're going to go on to how solar works. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand you over to Anthony Igman, our Managing Director, who'll take you through the next few slides. Thank you, Anthony.
Thanks, Amira. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm just going to run through quickly how solar works. I'm pretty confident most of you understand, but just so to get a brief understanding, you've got panels on the roof and obviously an inverter. When the sun hits the panels, it will generate what's called DC power. It'll go into the inverter and then convert that into AC power, which is what you use within your home. Please note that any power that's required during the day that you can generate from your system, you'll be able to receive from the system straight away. And any excess will be fed back into the grid for a feed-in tariff if you are eligible for one. Next slide, please. Okay. So moving on to how does batteries work? Now with batteries, it's pretty simple in the sense that any excess power that you will have from your system, if you have a battery installed, it'll, instead of feeding back to the grid for a feed-in tariff, it'll go into the battery. And for your nighttime consumption, that battery will then provide power for your nighttime usage. So it'll be used for the household first, and then any excess can be fed back into the grid. Next slide, please. All right, so jumping into panels, I guess with panels, you may find that a lot of them may look the same, but the two options that are offered through the Solar Savers programs that both companies have been in the industry for a long time. Both are tier 1 manufacturers. They both have great local support for local customers. Both have a 25-year parts and labour warranty. So if the look of your home is important to you, both are black panels. Panels have come a long way. Your standard and premium option, which you'll have a mid-range option, which is the JA, which is the left-hand side there, and your premium option is the REC. Next slide, please. For us, we believe that the brains, or the most important part of the system, is the inverter. We feel like it's the brains, the heart, the soul of the operations of the system. With the Solar Savers program, we have two options. One standard string inverter, which is our SunGrow, and our premium solar optimized option, which is our SolarEdge system. Now, both have, I guess, both options are backed by a strong local support presence here in Australia, which is really important. Any help is always around the corner if you need it. You can enjoy peace of mind with industry-leading warranties from both inverters. And mind you, both of these inverters have been in Australia longer than their warranties. You'll have your standard for your SunGrow inverter, which is your 10 years, and then you have a SolarEdge inverter, which has a 12-year warranty. So when you're looking at noise, like us, you obviously don't want to hear too much from your inverter. Both of these options are passively cooled, which means that they're designed without fans or moving parts, making them really quiet. Obviously, you don't really hearing your system working too hard at the side of your home. So suited for the Australian markets, our inverters offer quality, longevity, and scalability. So if we just step into the SunGrow system, which is our standard string inverter. Think of SunGrow as, I guess, the reliable and silent partner in solar energy conversion, which is impressively low claim rates. It stands out to a go-to standard string inverter. SunGrow simplifies solar power by operating on a unified system of strings. This means that all solar panels are aligned in the same direction, interconnected, and all work together in perfect sync. However, keep in mind, if one panel's performance dips, say to 50%, the rest match this output, emphasizing the importance of unobstructed sunlight for each panel. It's celebrated for its simplicity, durability, and silent operation. Like I said, it does have a 10-year parts and labor warranty and is perfect for roofs with simple layouts with no shading. But if you do have a roof that has some shading or multiple aspects, the SolarEdge solution is probably a better option. It is our premium option where each solar panel gets its very own optimizer. It's basically a little black box that sits on the back of each panel. It does separate them from one another. So if one is affected by shade or is faulty, it's not going to affect the output of the whole system. So yes, it does cost a little bit more, but it ensures you're getting the maximum output from your system at any given time. This setup isn't just smart, it's flexible, adapts to multiple roof aspects, as I said, odd angles, pesky shading, but it's all about looking forward. So this solution usually is ready to embrace future additions like more panels, EV chargers, batteries, and smart home technology. In a nutshell, SolarEdge is your go-to for safe, reliable setup that's ready to grow for your energy needs. Now, for both of those solutions, they're great options. If you're like me, you like data, you like to know if your system is actually working, and you want to have something that can show you that, whether it's operating its full capacity or is, not, and someone can be held accountable. So both these systems, as you can see, they do come with monitoring. Both systems allow for full transparency into your entire energy management solution with real-time data through their monitoring portal. This will allow you to understand what your system is doing in real time. So if there's any issues or faults, you'll get alerts and you can get access to that in real time. Most importantly, we have access to that as well. So if there's any issues, we get alerts. So we're more proactive than reactive, and it can assist you if there's any issues moving forward. Also, data is a big thing if you are looking at batteries in the future. We believe that you should go at your own pace, in a sense that if you can't do it all at once, you should have the data to allow you to make those informed decisions about adding more panels on, or a battery, or the sorts, depending on how you use electricity and how efficient you can be with it. So, like I said, we can remotely monitor your system. This means we can ensure everything is running smoothly and jump into action for maintenance or servicing without missing a beat. So when it comes to system selection, during our discovery session, as Samira said, we'll dive into your energy habits, lifestyle, like working from home or high energy use in the evening, and to ensure that we tailor a solar solution perfectly, to your homes and needs. Next slide, please. Batteries. Again, there's so many options in the market at the moment for batteries, but with the Solar Savers program, depending on the inverter, we do have 3 battery options that are available as part of the program. That is SunGrow, SolarEdge, and Tesla. Now, they all have unlimited cycle warranties. What does that mean? Basically, level 3 blackout protection. What does that cover? Light, Wi-Fi, fridge. When there is a blackout, the solar still works during the day, so it gives you energy. So all these options will allow you to do that. There are options in the market where you'll be able to have a battery to be able to store your excess energy, but when the grid fails or goes down, your system is basically dead. So with these solutions, we'll ensure that if you require power in a blackout scenario, you can power most items in your home, but will be limited to single phase appliances and a certain amount of things that could run at any given time. Now, a little bit about the SunGrow solution. The SunGrow is a stackable battery, which can allow you to grow your system with your needs. They come in 3.2 kilowatt hour stacks and can be increased to about 19 kilowatt hours, which is fairly large. The SolarEdge unit, which is on the far right there, you'll find that comes in like a 9.6 kilowatt hour storage capacity. Can be stacked to multiple of these depending on what you require. And the Tesla is an AC coupled battery, which means that it can be installed with any existing solar system. So if you already have an existing PV system with a different inverter that's not a SunGrow or a SolarEdge, it can be retrofitted to that with no issues. So we have options for all different types of, scenarios and applications. Safety is obviously a big thing for us. So we've done our due diligence around what batteries we better suited for the residential market. An energy safe licensed electrician will be selected for the best, safest place to install at your property. There are rules and regulations about where you can and cannot install batteries, but every home is different. So we'll make sure we go through that process with you and ask the right questions. And most importantly, we always complete a site inspection prior to installation. So there's no surprises on the day. Next slide, please. Okay, so pretty self-explanatory. We've definitely taken a lot of time to ensure that the products we offer have really long warranties, but warranties actually mean something. So it's parts and labor. If there's any issues, all our partners will ensure that they'll be replaced at no cost to the customer. So it's 12 years on the SolarEdge inverter, plus those little black boxes, those optimizers I was talking about, they come with a 25-year warranty, parts and labor. The SunGrow inverter, as standard, comes with a 10-year warranty as well. And like I said, all of our panels come with a 25-year warranty as well. But I think if I could lead with anything, we believe that our performance guarantee is probably one of its kind, in the industry. We actually provide a warranty when it comes to the output of your system. So we guarantee the output. If it doesn't produce what we say it's going to produce, we actually pay you the difference. So that's a guarantee. We provide you what in your proposal, you will see how much power your system should be producing on a year-to-year basis. And if it doesn't actually produce that, we will then provide you, a refund, so to speak, of the power that it hasn't actually produced for you. Next slide. So rebates that are available. Samira, would you like to take care of that?
Yep, happy to jump back in. Thank you so much, Anthony. Let's just go through, thank you. Let's just go through what rebates are available for yourself. So we do have the small scale technology certificate. Now this one is a point of sale discount. So you'll automatically see this on your quote. So basically what this is it's an incentive that is for people that do install renewable energy systems. So just like solar. So again, you will see that straight onto your quote when you do receive one. You also do have the Solar Victoria rebate. So we've got two different types of rebates here. One is a $1,400 rebate, and then you also have a $1,400 interest-free loan that's available for existing or homes under construction from Solar Victoria. You also do have a solar battery loan that's available, which I think is incredible. It's probably one of the highest that we've seen yet in the industry. So it's $8,800 interest-free solar battery loan, which will help for eligible Victorian households to reduce the upfront costs of installing their battery. And this one, a lot of people are not quite aware of, but you do have a rental property rebate that's also available. So if you are a landlord and you do have an investment property, this does come slightly different to the normal usual rebates that are available from Solar Victoria. This one allows you to leverage a $1,400 rebate twice every financial year. So that's a very good opportunity to help your tenants that are in your investment properties currently. There's also another one available, which is for solar for community housing. This is a non-for-profit community housing provider and provides you a $1,400 rebate. And then the last one is solar for apartments. This is a new launch, again, very new to the industry. So we are very excited about this. This allows us to grant up to $2,800 per apartment that's within the program. So you can have anywhere from 5 to 50 people are part of the program per apartment, and you have availability of a maximum of $140,000 per building. So this is something that we're really well versed of. So if you are living in an apartment building and you are interested in leveraging this incredible rebate that is available, please feel free, or grant that's available, please feel free to reach out to ourselves, Solar Savers, and we'll take you through the process and the steps. Next slide, please. So finally, next slide, with the solution we offer here with the Solar Savers program, here are the benefits. It basically just outlines all the different issues that we are facing in the market today, or as you know, our own, that we're feeling the effects of energy and its production. Basically, it will allow us to eradicate all those. So we do have battery blackout protection. That is if you do install a battery. You have protection against price fluctuations. The reason is because you have your own independent renewable energy source on your own roof. You have transparency into your energy usage. As Anthony mentioned, with each solution and each inverter that you do decide on, you have the ability to monitor your own consumption. And again, just to highlight that as well, when it comes to solar and your consumption, it is a relationship. A lot of people might come back and say, Samira, what is the return on investment for my solar solution? And the reality is it just depends on your consumption and how your relationship is with solar. So we can assist you to show you how to reduce those bills, get a little bit more back, you know, even things like maybe switching on your dishwasher or your appliances during the day. We can show how you can reduce those bills and definitely protect yourself from those price fluctuations. You have and have transparency into your energy usage. We do reduce your carbon footprint and protect the environment. Again, this is close to my heart. I believe it's really, really important for us to all play a part in protecting the environment. And of course, having your own renewable energy source is one of those. You lower your energy bills. And lastly, you generate your own renewable energy, gaining independence and control. So we're very, very excited to have this amazing program available with Solar Savers and Council. That is it from myself. So I'm going to hand it back to Anna to take you through the next few slides.
Thanks so much, Samira. Fantastic. And Anthony, yes, so if you are interested and you'd like to just get a quote and speak to someone, one of Samira's great team at Specialized Solar, the best thing to do is hop on to our website, which is solarsavers.org.au, and you can click on to where it says get a quote. Next slide, please, Beck. And it'll take you down to our registration page and click on City of Stonington. It's quite, and then next page along. And there's a series of questions there for the eligibility. So it's really handy to have a copy of your electricity bill, as well as some pictures of your switchboard and your meter, because that really helps the team understand what your home's like and your property, and they can really give you a detailed, well, they're a bit more prepared when they have a chat to you. So once you do the registration, the lead will come through to us and we'll send it off to Specialized. And they'll give you a call in a couple of days, and they'll have a discovery call where they'll talk to you all about what you would like, your home, what are you looking to the future, and then they'll devise a quote based on that, and to see what you like. And then you can, if you you'd like to proceed, you accept the quote, you pay 10% deposit, but also apply for your Solar Victoria rebate, and that is if you're eligible. And Solar Specialized are very they're available to help you through that process as well. And then after that, then you'll have an on-site inspection just to really check to make sure that everything that was quoted, they check the your roof and measure things up, and just make sure, as Samira normally says, there's no little gremlins that they can't see through their satellite images, because basically they use near maps and they can see your property at different times of the year and different parts of the day to see the shading is in the season. So they can really get a really detailed snapshot of your property from all the information that you provide. The other thing that we do actually have at the moment, we've been Solar Savers as a program through all the councils has been offering a discount to households, a $500 discount. And I think we have around 20 spots left at the moment. So we had over 100. So I've got 20 spots left. So that's on top of, if you are interested and you would like to proceed with installing solar or battery, you can have a discount of $500. And that'll be in addition if you're eligible for one of the Solar Victoria rebates as well. So that's all from me, really, Beck. So if anyone has any questions, I'm ready to answer them. I can put them in the chat.
Yeah, lovely. There hasn't been
Yep.
any come through just yet,
Okay,
but yeah,
right.
if anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, or if you're very brave, you can ask it in person.
Yeah.
I'll just see. I don't know if anyone has any.
No?
Anyone at all?
We must have answered everyone's questions
I
along the
think
way.
so. Samira and Anthony did such a great presentation. I'll give everyone a minute and see if maybe someone's typing something or still thinking. But yes, thank you all, Samira, Anna, and Anthony, so much for your presentation tonight. I think it was really helpful. Anthony, a lot of your technical knowledge was incredible as well, so thank you so much for that. I will just let everyone know that, yeah, this is going to be one of the webinars in a series. I might just pop it in the chat actually, onto our website, and there's a bunch of other webinars and recordings in there as well. So if you are interested in webinars on other topics as well, we've got one on EVs, we've got one on like especially for renters, we've got one on preparing for winter and all of those sorts of things. So if you are interested in having a look at those, I will pop them in the chat now, and yeah, you can jump onto our website and check them out. And the other thing was that excuse me, we'd love to hear your feedback after tonight's webinar. So I'm also going to put in a link for a very short survey. It's literally like 4 or 5 questions and should take you about 2 minutes. But we just love to hear everyone's feedback about what they thought. So if you could do that, that would be great. I don't think there has been any questions. So I think that's it for tonight. Again, thank you all so much for coming. And thank you, Specialized and Anna from Salt Savers. We'll have a great night.
Hello,
Thanks, Dave.
sorry. Can
Thank
I
you so much.
Oh,
I'll get
Les,
someone
jump
can I
in.
come in?
Of
Yes.
course, go for
Can
it.
I come in? Thanks. Now, I've had some experience with other hot water service and that sort of what do you call it, getting properties set up with these sorts of through these solar assistance programs. Now, just a question: with where live in a block of 6 units. Now, when you say there's a 2,800 rebate, what is the typical sort of outlay that people have to pay over and above? I mean, that's probably a difficult question, but over and above what the rebate is.
Yeah, so if I could answer that, you basically just have to spend at least $2,800, right? Because it's 50%, or at a maximum of $1,400 as a rebate. So let's just say if you were to spend, $4,800, you'd be able to get access to $1,400 plus an additional $1,400 for an interest-free loan.
Right. Yeah, that's. Look, I suppose the best thing is probably just to go and get a quote, because I can't see how we could work out what the cost of installing units on a block of apartments will be for us.
Yeah. So is this so it sounds like it's a block of apartments. Is it a single story or double story type of
double story block of 6.
block of 6? Okay. Have you heard of the solar for apartments rebate that's applicable at the moment?
I know there is rebate applicable, yes.
Yeah. So I guess we're more than happy to run through that process with you. And have you spoken to the OC about having solar installed on all the apartments, for the whole apartments, or is it just?
Yes, he suggested we start finding out a bit more information, which is why I'm doing.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Well, look, please feel free to leave your details, and we're more than happy to walk through that process for you and start that journey, I suppose. It's not something that happens overnight, but if we can get you, ready for any applications or meetings or anything like that, we're more than happy to provide assistance there.
Good. So the best thing is for me to go to Solar Savers, register myself, and we will get some information that way.
Yeah, definitely. You'll speak to someone and they'll be able to provide you with some information, maybe even come to site and just answer some questions face to face, but we'll give you some initial information to start off with anyway.
Okay, that sounds good. I think that's the approach I'll take at the moment.
No problem.
All right, thank you very much.
Oh, sorry about that. I will let everyone know as well, we have got apartment sort of specialised topic with Solar Savers coming up in May as well. So if you are in an apartment and you would like some more, I guess, specialised information just for apartments, that's coming up as well. So that will be advertised in our newsletter and on our website, or I can email it out to you when the bookings open as well. So if that's something you're interested in, or you know someone who might be interested in solar for apartments, yeah, keep an eye out for that. Were there any other questions before we wrapped up quickly? I don't think so, although that last one came in just before I said goodbye to everyone. All right, if there is nothing else, again, thank you all so much for coming along tonight. And to Samira, Anthony and Anna, again, thank you for participating in tonight's webinar. And yeah, hope everyone has a great night.
Me too.
See you later.
Thanks, Beck.
Thank you.
Samira,
Thanks, Beck.
for coming
Bye,
today.
everyone.
See you later.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.